You don't really care. Alright, I don't know. This is kind of weird. It records, it doesn't record. I think it like put itself on pause. I don't know. Alright. So I'm gonna write all this down so I can keep it in one spot. So actually I'm gonna write it on a separate paper because this is for now. Oh yeah. So it was 114. Damn it. It was 114 over 83 and my heart rate was at 70, which is good. But my oxygen was at 94, which is not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. Not for someone who has congestive heart failure and asthma and sleep apnea. It isn't great. So I'm gonna put O2 here. Okay. We'll underline it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to put all this. Let's see. When is this going to start from? Okay, so 12/4. Okay, this was at. Okay, so this was 12/4. So 12/4. Blood pressure was 108 over 75, which is not bad, but it was like 98 over like 69 or 70 before that appointment. Then this was 12/9. Okay, I'm hot. I should have like turned down the heater. Or turned up the heater or whatever. Because it's kind of hot in here now. Okay, so this was, I don't remember what time that was, but this was at like, this one was 140 over 80, and this was at like 12 in the morning, and I was at the ER. 12:20. It was 105 over 62. Yeah, see, that one was pretty low. This was at 3:57 a.m. And this was also at the ER. Then 12:20 was 104 over 60. My heart rate here was at 50. And this was at 10 o'clock in the morning. And this was 1220. It was 111.80. My heart rate was 59. This was at 4:57 p.m. And I should have put, well, underneath it I'll put what I was doing, because this was 111/80. Heart rate was 60, and this was at 5:10 p.m. Is 117/82. This is 649. And the reason I was keeping track of this is because my cardiologist, I had gone to the hospital. I don't remember what for. Well, first I had gone to I don't remember. I think I had gone to the hospital, and my blood pressure, the machine kept beeping, bradycardia. I've had bradycardia. I was diagnosed with bradycardia like in my late to early 30s, but I haven't had a bradycardia episode in a really, really, really long time. So I kind of have even forgotten that I had that. I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. I think it's diastolic. Is it diastolic? It's systolic congestive heart failure. I don't remember. About 7 or 8 years ago. And my ejection fraction when I first started with my cardiologist was 43, 44, 45. Between 43 and 45. So it was really bad. And I had just lost my sister, my older sister, to congestive heart failure a couple months before that. I forget. I have PTSD, so I don't do well with dates, and traumatic situations, as a coping mechanism from the time I was a child, because I had a really traumatic childhood, between physical, mental, and sexual abuse. I developed a coping mechanism for myself where anything bad or traumatic that would happen to me, I would rewrite the situation. I would create a story. So to kind of make, my therapist describes it as to try to cope with your trauma, I would rewrite the story to incorporate that trauma to not be, so it wouldn't be so traumatic and hard. I would create a situation or a fantasy world. And I, even as an adult now, I still do, when something happens to me that's traumatic or triggers my PTSD or memories or whatever, I go into this, I kind of like dissociate into this world. And I really don't know how to explain it. It's kind of complex and hard at the same time. In theory, it kind of makes sense to me, the way she describes it and what she says and what I do. It works for me. because I had a really traumatic childhood. And you know, when you come from that kind of trauma from the time that you're a little kid, and the hardest thing in life to me is when you have children, parents are supposed to shelter their kids, protect them, keep them safe, and believe in them. My parents were used as a threat. So when we would get sexually abused, because it was, my sister endured some of it. Most of it was on me. They would use our parents because our parents were very abusive. So they would like, oh, you know, I'll tell your mom, and what do you think is going to happen to you? Or I'll tell your dad, and what do you think would happen to you? As a child, I used to run away. I was a constant runaway. I learned to jump a fence without touching it by the time I was like 7, 8 years old. I can clear the fence in my house because I knew that if I didn't and I got caught, the punishment would be severe. So as a child, I would run away from home constantly. And I had kids at a young age because it was either I would get pregnant and leave my house on my terms, or I was going to leave my house in 2 other ways. In a body bag, or in a body bag. So I learned to clear a fence without touching it. I remember as a child, I once even called the Department of Children and Family on my own parents because my father's preferred method of punishment were beatings. Beatings so severe that you literally could not sit. That you as a girl would never be able to wear shorts or skirts. Because he would beat you so severely that you would have blood bruises as if you were beat with a whip. My dad used to like, his preferred methods were either a boat rope, a piece of water hose, the belt buckle, whatever he can get in his hands. And at that point, like I said, he would beat you so severely that you literally would have the blood markings of whatever he hit you with across your, and he was smart about it. He never hit you anywhere where you could be seen. So his best place were either on your back or on your legs. I endured so much trauma to my legs that I now have what they called oh my god, what is it called? I'll tell you now what it's called. It's called venous insufficiency, chronic peripheral, which means that the internal veins, my deep veins, my major arteries in my veins are so damaged and discontorted that I have to wear support stockings because I endure severe pain. You gonna bathroom, mommy? No. Okay. Be careful, okay? Don't fall down.
I am.
All right. You may want to go to the bathroom too while you're at it and you're up, so that way you don't keep getting up. You know?
I mean, I am really close, so I'm gonna
okay.
just go first.
So yeah, my mother was also a heavy hitter. And as much as I loved my parents, because I can never say that I did not love my parents, because I did, aside to the fact that they were abusive and mean and so on and so forth. My mother came from a very messed up childhood. My mother lost her mother when she was 4 or 5 years old. My grandmother was murdered by a jealous lover. So my mother, her father, who had 16 kids with different women, decided to send my mother away. He took all his kids and kind of like gave them away to relatives and so what and so not. My mother ended up with an aunt of hers, and she was treated as if she was the housemaid. And then my sister's dad stole her from the house, and then their grandfather was like, okay, you need to marry her. And so my mother was married, pregnant, and had a child at the age of 14. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I was also a young mother. I got pregnant at 14. Had my son when I was 15, so I was a single mom. And then I went on to have my daughter when I was 17. And then years later, I lost a child at 22. And then I had my little one, who's now 11. So I have an issue where I don't remember dates. So if I don't write it down, I cannot, for the life of me, remember. My parents have been dead for many, many years. I cannot tell you how long because I don't remember. I cannot tell you what day they died of what year. It's like I lose pieces of my memory on a constant. So, which is really, I don't even know where this all started from, but that's just a little bit of my back history growing up. Oh yeah, the bradycardia. I was diagnosed when I was in my late to early 30s. I haven't had a bradycardia episode for many, many years. But I ended up in the hospital for I don't remember why, and the machine kept hitting bradycardia. It would go down to low 40s, 43, 42, 40, and then it would shoot up into like 130, 140, 150, and it did that all night. So my cardiologist was like, I don't know what's going on. Let's put on a Holter. Let's see if we can catch this. So recently, so he told me, I need you to start taking note of your blood pressure. I need to know your blood pressure readings at odd hours of the day with your heart rate. So that's what I've been doing. And that's why I was taking note. But as always, I lose track because there's just so much. So much for me to keep up with in a day that sometimes I just can't keep up with it all. So I'm gonna attempt to do it again, and I'm hoping that this year I get some bit of good news, because I'm just tired of the bad news. It's like every time I turn around, it's something new, something else, more medications, and it's just like I just want to be able to go to the doctor once and be told, hey, this is better. You're no longer need this. And just, I take, no lie, I take, let me see. You guys seen my CGM and my insulin pump that's still sitting on my desk and I haven't put it on. But I take in a day, let's see, in a day, I take, let's see, where are you? Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, about, I say, some of these, one of these is a pill and another one is a patch. My nitroglycerin, I take both the sublingual, which goes underneath your tongue, but I also have a patch that I have to put on daily. So I take about, and then including my insulin, I take about 19 to 20 medications in a day. 19 to 20, let that sink in for a minute. Medications in a day. Please don't cringe. I don't usually do that, but 19, 20 medications in a day. And that's not including these are all new. These are all new medications. And there's more sitting at the pharmacy that I have yet to go pick up because it's like, let's see, 20, 23, 25, 26. And there's like 3 more sitting at the pharmacy that has not yet been picked up since they've been sent there to the pharmacist. I say about 30 pills in a day is what I take. 30 pills in a day, people, let it sink in. Because I take them and I still can't even begin to let it sink in. It doesn't. Sometime in February, when I go see my electrophysiologist, I'm going to be sent in to be put, on a loop monitor. The loop monitor will be good for the next 3 to 4 years, which will continuously nonstop monitor my heart function. According to my cardiologist, what I have is called 6 sinus mode, which means that my heart's internal natural pacemaker is failing, which is why my heart dips and then rises, dips and rises, which is extremely dangerous because I can have a stroke or a heart attack or go into like cardiac death, instant cardiac death. So what I was told is you're gonna need a pacemaker. You're home already?
Man, I'm an idiot.
What?
Because I thought you said I worked today, so I pulled in. I was like, hey, kid. What the fuck you doing here? I said, bitch, I work. Duh. Oh, there's a fuck up there. How many more little ones? I said, bitch, I work today? She said, no, bitch, you don't. I said, you know what something? She said, have you logged into your mobile app? I said, I can't, it doesn't let me. So I was there doing my mobile app to get signed in. So because it wouldn't let me sign in anyway.
Ooh, it smells good.
These are the last two.
Mmm.
Here, look, she just the last two. So I was like,
oh,
she was like, you're off for the next 3 days. So she helped me send it to my app on my phone.
Man, and all this time you've been over there?
Well, I had to do the paperwork all online. I had to sign in. She had to get my numbers. They wouldn't work. And then she had to call the manager. And he had to tell me. He had to help me fill it out.
It smells good.
And the last two.
Yum. Thank you.
So now you have the cinnamon and the...
Yep, so now I have the cinnamon and the pumpkin spice. Yum.
We're supposed to be getting new smells of those, so I think I'm going to try the next smells that come out.
Of what?
I don't know, like some kind of apple smelling one.
Oh, yeah. Probably apple cinnamon or apple spice. That would be good. Yum, thanks.
They're only $2. Well, they're not $2. She puts them at $2. Because nobody buys them. She said they just sit there.
I do. These are awesome. I love those freaking...
They just sit here. I'm going to put it for $2.
I love those these brooms.
I know. I saw Becca saw them when she came to show me the job. She's like, didn't your mom use these shit? I said, what shit? She's like, these witch brooms. I was like, oh, should we sell them? You just smell them and wolf it. And then you on just a little bit.
They smell really good. I may open one later and put it somewhere. Thank you.
What are we eating for dinner?
Huh?
What are we eating for dinner?
I don't know. No idea. No ideas. Today's Saturday, honey. It's fun for yourself. It's my daughter.
I guess I'm gonna find some Jack. I've been wanting noodles.
Okay. So where was I? So yeah. So I'm gonna need a pacemaker sooner rather than later. But anyways, let's continue. Writing these down. But I need to have it somewhere close because I have notebooks and papers and sticky notes and crap everywhere, and it's like I need everything to be in a specific spot. Because yeah. This is just crazy to me. I need to be able to keep it in one spot because I have doctor's appointments coming up and they're gonna want all this stuff, and it's like it's just everywhere. So that's a little bit about me. Maybe it was, but I'm just trying to be as transparent as I possibly can. And why not? I'm not ashamed of my past or anything. I'm not the only person that comes out of a traumatized family or traumatized background or childhood. And there's something freeing about telling people your story. For many years, I hid everything about me, all the abuse, and because I was ashamed. But the older I get, the more I realize that I'm not the one that should be ashamed. I didn't do this to myself. It was done to me. So I have nothing to hide. Jazzy, I thought you were going to get water, Mommy.
I think my dead husband's trying to play tricks on me.
Boy. Jazzy, weren't you going to get
Joelle?
How the fuck? Who's that?
Brandon. Don't he look like Joelle? Up to the fucking nose.
Everybody he looks like Joel.
He's got the Camacho nose and everything.
Well, he may have the Camacho nose, but he ain't no damn Camacho.
No, of course he's got a Camacho, but he's got the fucking nariz. Mip saw him.
Who's that? Some dude hitting you up now?
Yeah. He's Native American too.
Oh my fucking god,
I
bro.
don't know where the natives are coming from.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where they're coming from either.
He don't look Native American though. He looks more like he's from some Latin country.
No, he's Native American and black. His mother's Native American, his dad is black. So he's like a Miguel Linda. So it's fun for ourselves night then?
Yeah. I'm not cooking. One, there's nothing out to cook. So, what are you gonna go get? Huh? So you're getting everybody public subs?
I'm not eating public subs.
So who are you getting public subs for?
She wants to get public. She's like, I'll pick you up when you get one. I want noodles. I want like Japanese noodles. I'll pick you up a sub if you want. I don't want a sub.
You paying for it? Huh? What is this? What did I do? Oh, right here. Oh, right here. She distracts me for her talkie-talkie. That's my daughter. Well, that's one of my daughters. The other one's sitting behind me. You can hear her going 100 miles an hour on her keyboards.
Yep.
That's the baby. 1, 2, 67, 59. Mommy,
Yep.
I thought you said you were gonna get water.
Yeah, I had to adjust my knee brace. It was putting a lot of pressure on the upper.
Do you want her water? Mommy could get you water real quick.
No, it's okay. I see you in the video.
Well, if you already sat down, I don't think you should be getting up and walking around too much on that leg. You're supposed to be resting it. Not
Yes,
yeah, see. That doesn't mean have a heart rate. Alright, let me get a water real quick. I'll be right back. I'll get you a water real quick. You want a pocket too?
yeah. You can get me a packet. I don't mind.
What did you say to me? So when you go to polls? Here, let me here. Go, baby.
Thank you. What the? Why is this water slanted?
Here, they get him a sub too. Got my kid some water. And let's take this off because. All right. Oh my God, that hurt so bad. Thank you if you said bless you. 1:37, 82. This was at 10 a.m. So yeah, that is a part of my story. What is wrong with me? I can't. That's it. I can't focus anymore. I do have squirrel moments and lose my way. I get distracted. Can't focus. Yep. So you'll see that a lot. I do. I am easily distracted and taken off track. If you come talk to me while I'm doing something, or you distract my focus in any which way or form, or I have one of those moments of, oh look, it's a flower, then that's it. I have a really short attention span. Really short. But what can I say? It is what it is, right? Um, 108, 62, 59. This was at 4:39. Oh, 59. Heart rate was 49. 6:41. I don't know if this smears. Doesn't seem to. So Oh my God. Okay, I didn't take it there. So. And no, this must be really boring. My SP was 94. And PR BPM was 110. Going to ER. All right. 12.4 was 106/81, and heart rate was 101. This was at 6:56 a.m. 12:24 was 101/60. And I don't know what time that was because at this point it tested positive for COVID. Tested pause. Then it was 12:24. This is also at the hospital. This 103/61. And I don't remember my heart rate where it was at there. I just know I was at the ER. $12.25, 124/86. By then it was down 3:02 a.m. By the time my heart rate had gone back down, $12.25. 84, 67, and this was at 12:25 a.m. And that was it. That was the last time I
When you watch this, you have to read the comments as you're watching this. This one says, you know, mommy needs her pills. Should not just say gook gook.
go away with
You're
that.
at the. Does the fiber capsules look like they treat headaches with your brain, honey?
Oh my god! Isn't that that weird little cat that they make into like she's some kind of whatever?
Two more? No, honey, no. If the paw up close. And then, did you drink your water today? Someone wrote, it's a gook 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 for me. And someone wrote, oh, my arthritis.
Take this.
What is it, Pookie? Because in the end, she's checking his temperature and the paw's like this. But then the nail gets stuck on his glasses.
Honey, this is the stage when you're most contagious, okay? I don't like
Yeah.
Gonna have you take some time now, honey.
I take some time.
Bottom left shelf in the closet in the bathroom.
That is.
Oh, I'll just show you.
Someone wrote, anti-Stephanie, honey.
See, you're gonna grab the one on the middle left shelf. No, honey,
You could take 2 meow and then take 2 more.
Use your planner.
Is this it?
Yes, that's it. You can take 2 right now, then 6 hours, you can take 2 more.
Two more?
Take more than, okay, use that cup on the top of your seat.
Fucking love this dog.
Oh my god. Okay, this is from 22.
The wig, it's the wig. The wig is moving.
You got issues, child. You really got
I just
issues.
tagged you in the part, like in the comment I saw where it says mommy needs her pills, honey. So I tagged you.
Really? You're cute. I'm gonna see who's laughing laugh when you end up just like me. Okay. Where is it? I don't even know where I had this at. I guess it was here. I'm not going to open it with my hand. Oh, actually, use it. The problem with using these buttons, I'll tell you what, nobody can ever say that moterm has bad rings. Those things are the most sturdy, tight rings I've ever, aside from the Giglios. Always struggle because I had carpal tunnel surgery in this hand, and I never really got my strength back in this hand. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with the corpectomy that I had on my neck. I had a couple years ago, I had to have a corpectomy, which means that I had to have cervical spine surgery, but they had to remove a couple of my vertebrae, and what they did was they replaced it with a metal cage, because those bones were like, they were,
You put the
Yeah.
You put it in here?
I'll text you.
Huh?
The card is in there. I'll text you what he gets. It was a medication. My vertebrae were literally, they were spurring. I had what they call ankylospondylitis, whatever that is, where the spongy part had dried out and turned to bone. So my vertebrae was literally growing through my cervical spine. So, and I was not aware because I didn't have any kind of I really didn't have any kind of like neck problems. I didn't get any headaches or anything like that. The only thing that I did have for years, and I was always told that it was neuropathy. It was not. Was a lot of like numbing and tingling in my hand, and then I would drop things. Like I just didn't have the strength in my hand, and my hand would just like, things would just literally like fall off my hands. When I would walk, my gait was off. So I would walk, but I wouldn't, most people can just walk. I would like start veering off to the side, and people would be like, walk straight. What, are you drunk? And it's like, no, it's like, I was off. So, they finally sent me to a neurologist when I lost the use of my hands. Like I literally lost the use of my hands, the ability to feel or grip or anything with my hands when I was working. And so they finally sent me to a neurologist, and when they did an MRI, he told me, he was like, okay, you have to have neck surgery because of XYZ. And then they had they did the electrical thing in your hand to see, if you have carpal tunnel, blah, blah, blah. And I did. And I had some nerve damage. So at the same time, they did the carpal tunnel. So I was out for a while without being able to do anything. So when he went in, the surgery was only supposed to be about 3 to 4 hours long. It took about 5 to 6, because when he went in, he says that when he went into my neck, he said it was a lot more complicated and worse than it had looked on the MRI. So it took an additional 2 hours to be able to really get in there and do what they had to do, because like I said, my bone had spurred. So it was literally growing through my cervical spine. So had it perforated, it would have severed and I would have became paralyzed. My hand, the same thing. He told me when he got in there, he was like, it was a lot worse than he had anticipated. So he was like, it may not even take. So I've never really gotten back the feeling. Like my hand here is like pretty numb. So when I do this, like the pain is bad. I still drop things with this hand. I can't grip as well as I did before, and it hurts. Like this hand hurts all the time, especially when anything that touches here or here, it's like all really sensitive. So I'm all messed up, but such is life. Things happen, and I don't let it stop me from living and enjoying my life. It's the only one that I get, good, bad, ugly. It's my life, and I get to live it and enjoy it and experience it, because at the end of the day, we're all gonna go. So I don't let certain things stop me or hinder me. I have too many diagnoses and too much mental health issues to allow other things to make it worse. So I don't, when it starts to get really bad, I have a therapist that I see once a week. She knows me like a book. I've been seeing her for the past 8 years. Best therapist I've ever known. She's more like a best friend than a therapist. in my opinion, we laugh, cry, get angry together. So, but I'm grateful that I found her. And then I have my 11-year-old. My kids are my lifeline. I live for them. I do anything for them, even though they're older kids. I am a true mother bear. You do not speak, touch, or talk about my kids in any particular way that I don't think is appropriate, at least not in my presence. And I do anything for them. And my 11-year-old, she's on the spectrum, but she is the sweetest little girl. She makes me laugh, the things that she does. She's just as silly as she can be and funny. So she keeps me on my toes. And I am I'm her biggest advocate. And will always be. But she is like, she's my life. So I continue for her because I know that if she doesn't have me, who does she really have? Nobody. So she keeps me on my toes, and she keeps me moving on and living life. Let's see what else. There was stuff that I needed to do in here. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Fatigue is sitting in. Okay, so sorry. So these people came out today. These people came out today. Tomorrow, I have nothing tomorrow. Food. Fend for self. Fend for yourself. It's fend for yourself night. Jazzy, in a little bit, I'll make you your dinner, okay? So I'm sure you're not hungry, you know. You would have said something. Tomorrow I gotta clean up kitchen, the rest of the cabinets. I gotta finish clearing out kitchen. Finish clearing kitchen counters. Oh my god, I gotta find a place to put all that stuff. I gotta move my ferrets. Move ferrets to laundry room. Make room in the living room for the island, for my kitchen island, for island and dining table. Note to self, it is a temporary mess. Okay, because if not, it will start to overwhelm me, and I don't like messes or clutter. It's something about messes and clutter set me off in a bad way. So I need to make a note. Mess and clutter is temp and necessary. For repairs. Okay, because if not, gotta keep it together. Because, like I said, if not, it will set me off in the worst way. Do-do-do. Okay. Necessary, it's necessary. I have to get the mess because they're repairing the kitchen dining room area, so it's gonna all be worth it. And that's what I gotta tell myself, that at the end it'll all be worth it. So Monday the plumber's coming in, pick up schoolwork, gotta pick up her brace and her crutches. Oh, spend for your night. Spend for your soft night. Excuse me. Okay, what else? Okay. That's Service Master. They already came in today. Okay. And they'll be back on Monday. Not just the plumber, but they will be back too. Let me put that there because it doesn't fit there. So I'm gonna have to put it over here under Monday. Hopefully it fits. It does not. Okay. Alright, it doesn't fit, so okay. It doesn't fit, that's fine. Okay. What if I... Alright. I'll put it here. I'll put it here because where else am I gonna put it? I just won't be able to use this spot. Well, I can still use that spot. I can write underneath the sticky note. Okay. 12/8. Oh my god, okay, so they'll be back Monday to replace the subflooring in the kitchen. All right, it just needs to stay there for now. I will have to figure out where to put it, to be honest. A minute. I know I have another. Maybe I could put it in the other spot. Okay, I don't need that anymore. Okay, so I paid them the $5,000. Paid him the $5,000 yesterday. Let me put yesterday's date. So I paid the $5,000. 5,000 was 70 cents. Yesterday was what? Today is the 6th. Yeah, so I paid it on the 5th. So 1-5. Because if not, I won't remember what day got paid. Okay, so Sunday. On Sunday, on Monday morning. So tomorrow's the 7th. 1-7, 1-8, 1-9, 1-10. Okay, so Monday from 9 to 12 is the plumber. plumber repair. Okay, and then after 1 p.m. then we have service master coming back. To replace the subflooring and the kitchen. I don't know if they're gonna replace the wall tomorrow too. I'm gonna put it on here, but I'm not sure. Subflooring in the kitchen and wall. Okay. Okay, tomorrow I need to finish clearing out kitchen and dining area. Okay, so kitchen and dining area. Okay, that's that. And I think that is it. I do need to make a new one of these. I don't know if I want to do it now or not. Actually, I'm gonna leave it. For now, I'm not gonna do it because even though I need a new one, I'm not sure how I want to do it. I don't know if I want to make it bigger. I don't know if I want to leave it this size. I don't know if I want to wait until I get a printer. Because the one that I had, it finally gave out. So I need to do some research on printers and get one, but it's not a priority on my list right now, because to me it's all the same, this or print it. To me it doesn't matter. I don't really care. I can do either or. I'm just not sure if I want to keep drawing it out or if I want to print one. I guess if for now, until I get a printer, if I want to print one out, I can either buy it, find somebody that actually sells them in physical form, or I can take the ones that I have in PDF or the digital ones and go to Staples and actually print some out. I don't know. Like I said, it's not a priority. Okay, let's see. Do I need to update anything here for my jazz? Let's see. Today, oh, this is old. I am so fatigued and so tired. Let me see something. I know I have. I could have sworn I had. Oh yeah, I do right here. So I'm gonna give her her vitamins now. And then I'm gonna put in her pizza to cook, and then before she goes to bed, she gets her other meds. That's it. That's all she wrote. All right, guys, thank you for staying. If you are still here and you stayed through all this rambling and chit chat of just random stuff, I appreciate it and I thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. Bye, guys.